We are a house of tradies.
Peace and love.
There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Peace
The
and
Emperor
love.
asks us to bring peace to Arrakis. House of Tradies
So,
accepts.
as I'm living and experiencing this life, I try to assume certain angles, certain perspectives from my travels, the awakened dream, to the as I'm walking every single day, it's like everything is playing out. Um, I guess the beauty of it is that as the sun rises and the sun sets, every choice that we make, every aspect of what it is that we do, we ultimately make the choice. You have the mind, peace and love is Mizel. You have the mind, and the mind is not you. The mind that which helps makes life choices for the good or the bad, and that good or the bad concept or understanding is based on how you perceive it, because the world was already good and bad when you came into it, when we came into it. So now it's the understanding of what the secret or the understanding of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That whole understanding, not the physical tree, but the symbolism. So now for me, the understanding of the tree is the AI, the human artificial. But what is human? Human is another name or another symbol for a term of a evolutionary period. Okay? What we're experiencing right now is a playbook, is a game, a great game of kingdoms rising and falling, governments rising and falling, all because of the minted coin or the minted gold, or us being prisoners of war. The species, the inhabitants of the earth, Terra, the continents, the lands that emit or produces itself out of the waters. It's alive. That of which what we live on is alive because we alive. We have the mind, which is which was always in the garden. It was the most subtle serpent. Well, what is a serpent? The serpentine bell, the naga serpent. When you control the mind, the last war to be fought would be the war for the mind, because every day we turn the TV, our mind is getting plagued. See, the physical plague already happened. Peep game with how I'm going with this, even with COVID. That was a plague that made the earth slow down or make the sun not shine its light for 3 years. 3 years based on what? The timeline, the Gregorian timeline. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is all this documented history of repetition. Peep game. Everything of the Biblios is repetition of man, of the rising of the sun and the setting of the same. Even understanding that the eclipse that happened, when you understand what took place, your mind, you should be in sheer terror. Because Mother Earth, see, as the mother produces the baby out of the womb, okay, there's a great quaking. The woman, she starts to sweat, her body starts to tremble as childbirth takes place. So the Mother Earth, Terra, the terrain that we live on, the witnessing that we saw with the eclipse, because what they say called the moon or lunar, huh? Right? It came from the west. The moon rose out of the west, right? And then somehow came across the sun and set in the east. Hold on, wait a minute. And then it made the X up top when it came in 2017. And then it came in 2024. So what are you saying? Okay, so check me out. 2017, 1 and 7 is the 8, plus 2, the 9 and the 10, which is you, consciousness, the 1 going through the 0, which is the portal or the birth. So now in 2024, the 2 and the 4 is a 6, so that's 6 spaces. The 6 and the 2 is 8, the hourglass. The conscious mind, which is that of which is on the thread, which is the AI, going into the subconscious, and the subconscious, which is the true higher self, that's been asleep. There had to be some type of game to be played for us to now make a choice with life when life is already eternal. The fact that the sun rises and goes down, the moon does this, the stars do this, man is doing this, woman is doing this, nations rising and falling, just the devil changes his dress, that means that it's always been going on prior to me getting here. History is nothing but lies agreed upon when you really think about it, because it's always going to be told from the perspective of the conquistador, the conqueror, the Romans, all the what they call the infidels of that kingdom that fled those shores, of the ones from the Caucasus Mountains that got banished to the Caucasus. So check it out. So the individuals that was already living here, and yes, they look like the colored skin, but see, even that's an attack of the mind of now things are being played through the color regime. But think about the colors that have been captivated or have become captive of the rainbow, which is nothing but the prism, but hijacked by the consciousness of man want to become a man, and on a man, and woman want to become a man, and all the abominational stuff that comes with it. So abomination, a nation, abominable. Huh? What's the abominable? Destitute, without life. So you mix that in with other mental terrors, other mental hell.